We're back. Jesus Ramos just pulled up in the parking lot, and we are back. Shout out to the 400 that stood with us strong. We lost about $100. I get it. You had things to do. So do we. But we going to have Jesus Ramos, and we wanted to get him on because we talking a tank card, and he's on a tank card, Danny.
It's fight week.
It is fight week.
He's
got that big fight with Luke Santamaria.
Luke Santamaria. It's fight week for the 21-year-old out of Casa Grande, Arizona.
Wow, is he only 21?
21 years old.
Wow. Austin, have that heat turned up. What the fuck are y'all doing to me?
You said, bro, you got goosebumps.
Exactly.
Holy fuck.
It's ridiculously cold in here. I don't know what y'all did. It's insanely winter. I feel like Mr. Freeze right now.
Bro, that's crazy. 21 already, 18-0, 15 KOs, multiple pay-per-view stages. That's big for him.
Big, man.
That's big for him. So just happy to have him in studio on fight week. I mean, come on, nobody's doing that.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that. And but Jesus Ramos did coming in fight week right before flying out to New York. So I'll be right behind him. I fly out on Thursday, so he will be joining us in studio in a matter of segundos. So definitely looking forward to it, champ.
Yep. As am I, Again, I'm very invested in this fight with he and Luke Santamaria. Obviously, I know Javier Caputillo very well. I know Luke. And now we're growing this relationship with Jesus. So this is a tough fight. From the beginning, I was not happy. Obviously, Luke has to come up to 54 for this one. So it's going to be tough. And watching Jesus in the gym, it's like, damn, I don't want to be on the end of those punches that Santamaria is going to have to receive. It's crazy. But yeah, man, excited nonetheless. Excited, ready to get this thing going and rock and roll.
Yep, I know Bo's getting everything set up, so should have Jesus here momentarily. And, I'm interested to see about maybe some payback. Obviously, Luke fought his uncle Abel in the last fight, so.
Yep. So, when do you get to New York?
Friday morning. Early morning.
Oh, wow. So you didn't even do any fight week? You didn't want any fight week because you wanted to be here for the show?
Yeah, for the show. It's hard because of the show. So I'm flying out after the flagship show on Thursday. So I'm literally
you're flying Friday night?
Thursday night.
Excuse me, Thursday night.
Yeah, so I'm leaving the studio and going to the airport.
Really?
And then landing and,
Wow.
Hitting the ground running.
I see. Man, Friday. Eesh. Yeah, I usually come in on a Thursday at the very least. But I hear you, I do need you on the show.
Yeah, so it's all good.
And you're West Coast time zone, so it's like, you're flying into it's later over there.
Yeah, so it's really an 8-hour trip because it's a 5-hour flight. They're 3 hours ahead, so that's why flying overnight always works out best. But it looks like we're ready for Jesus
Ramos,
who is in the green room along with the team, looking
slim and fit already.
I like the shirt. I like
mono.
The gear. I like the shirt. El mono.
How you guys doing, bro?
All right. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Jesus, how are you feeling?
Good.
Pretty much fight week, man. You still got to fly across the country, though.
Yeah, man. But everything's good, though. We're doing good. I'm just excited, man. Excited to be back, and can't wait.
When do you fly out?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay. So we were just talking about that trip. It's basically an 8-hour trip because you're flying into Eastern time zone. I mean, obviously it's not 8 hours in the air, but it is a bit of a trip. Do you think that you would be giving yourself enough time to get acclimated to the Eastern time zone?
Yeah. I think I'll be good. Tomorrow, it's a whole day of traveling, but Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be we'll be out there. I think we'll be good. We'll get acclimated.
So you were here in Vegas holding your camp. Who did you use Ismail Salas's gym?
No, this time we didn't. We stayed in Top Rank, and we were sparring some Kazakhstan guys. They were real strong guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. A lot of 54-pounders in and around, rather, in Salas, with Yo Elvis and Laura and Mendoza. Luis de Cubas Aries is there as well. And Top Rank. So who were the Kazakhstanians? Do you know the names?
Yeah, I don't know the name, but they were all, they all had Olympic backgrounds, and they moved a lot, kind of like Santa Maria, and so yeah, that's why we stick with them. But Salas has a lot of talent as well.
Yeah, I know. Kenny Sims was saying he was getting some sparring with those Kazakhstanian guys as well. So
yeah, we actually got some rounds in with Kenny Sims as well, just for his movement.
For the movement.
Yeah.
How was that?
Good. He's real good, man. He's real talented as well.
He's a good boxer, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he was getting some working with Devin too before Devin took off to Australia and whatnot. But it's fight week.
Well, actually, before you go to that, I want to know how the connection with Top Rank, because obviously you being a PBC fighter, you're in another gym,
Nah, we actually work with some nutritionists, perfecting athletes, and they work mostly with Top Rank, and they connected us with Coach K. He's Kenny Sims' trainer and all of them, and he helped us out a lot. For last training camp as well, with a lot of sparring. We actually started at the Top Rank gym last camp as well. We were sparring Troy Isley, and then that's when he had a fight, and then we went to Salas's gym, and then we got work there too.
Nice. Yeah, man, that's interesting. Go ahead.
No. I'm just I wanted to get into fight week. I know you must be very excited. First fight in New York.
Yeah. I'm excited, man.
And it's gonna be huge. I know your last fight you were on pay-per-view as well, but I think this one's gonna be a bit different. This is the first fight at the Barclays Center since the pandemic.
Yeah.
And of course they're bringing Tank always big card, so I'm sure you must be excited to get this opportunity to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, man, of course, this is a big opportunity, and yeah, I'm excited. My first time in New York, and at the Barclays, man. I thought the Mandalay Bay was like a big arena, and now the Barclays, it's a dream come true.
For sure, man. How excited are you to be on a Tank undercard? Did you ever, want to be or dream to be on a card with him? I don't know. I mean, he is one of the biggest stars in today in boxing.
Yeah, of course. He is one of the biggest stars. And not only that, but on Showtime. It's my first time fighting on Showtime, and I'm excited about that. I've definitely felt the difference. In terms of the media exposure. I got a media workout. And last week with Showtime, and now it's just different. It's a different type of exposure, and I like it a lot.
For sure,
different type of exposure. Fight week, I'm sure it's gonna be pretty hectic as well. Luke Santamaria, obviously pretty well, given that your uncle fought him. Anything that you're able to pick up from that fight, or anything that you're looking to capitalize on come Saturday night?
Yeah, of course. My uncle hurt him like 2 or 3 times in that fight, and we feel like if my uncle hurt him, and in my opinion, my uncle is a small welterweight, and I'm a full-blown 154-pounder, and I feel strong. If he hurt him, I feel like I can hurt him as well, and that's what we're looking to capitalize on.
I didn't realize interviewing you the last time that you were only 21, man. You're so young.
Yeah,
it's crazy. When did you start boxing?
I've always been around it, 4 or 5 years old. I was in the gym, or in my garage. We used to train in my garage, and I started taking it serious around 8, 9. I had my first amateur fight at 10, and I haven't stopped since then.
And how many amateur fights total?
I did about 65 amateur fights, and it was mostly I had more of pro style, and my dad always had me sparring professionals, and that's why we decided to turn pro at 17.
And you're originally from Arizona.
Yeah, Casa Grande, Arizona.
Born and raised.
Yes, sir.
So how is it? I hear it's very hot out there. I mean,
It's hot.
I know it's hot out here too, but
Nah, yeah, it's very, very hot. It's when we do training camps out there, the weight isn't a problem. We're running outside and we're sweating a lot, losing all the weight. But well, we're from Casa Grande. It's in between Phoenix and Tucson, and it's a small town. Very very cool. I like it because there's not much going on. We don't have no clubs. We don't have anything like that. So it's very small and very relaxing.
And
so I'm curious. So you saying that you would never move to Vegas then? And the reason I'm asking because we've had fighters recently who come to Vegas, for camp, and they're like, yeah, no, I'm not actually looking to buy now. Like I'm already looking to move out here because, it's like might as well live where in the boxing capital. Might as well be here full time. So I'm just curious, would you ever move here?
Actually, it's been a topic of conversation between me and my dad. This whole training camp because he wants to move out here. He feels like it's necessary. For me, I feel like training camps out here is enough. I feel like coming out here for training camps is good. It's good enough. But I don't know. Maybe in the future we'll move out here. But like I said, Casa Grande is very small. It's if you want to get from point A to point B, it just takes 5 minutes. And that's what I like out here. Man, it's crazy. Traffic is crazy, and a lot of people out here.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, man. I come from I'm originally from the East Coast, so I'm from a big town, but then I moved to a nice small town with a lot of space, and then I had to move here for this job, and it's just like, wow, it's a lot of people here. There's traffic. You're absolutely right. Yeah. But I get it from a fighter standpoint, though. Like, so let's say you win this fight Saturday night. How many days or weeks do you take off before you're back in the gym?
Usually it's just 1 week, and then we'll be back in the gym, just training lightly, perfecting different stuff, and just a week usually.
So the difference would be that if you're back in the gym here in Vegas a week later and you're training lightly, someone might need you. Someone might say, "Hey, can you give me 4 rounds? Because I need 4 rounds." So you're always staying sharp with, elite level fighters. Is the difference versus your dad saying, "Hey, they called us, we got to fight. Now we got to come back to Vegas."
And then I was going to say, you just fought in February. So now we're at end of May. So I'm sure your training camp was at least, 2 months maybe?
Yeah, just about, 2 months, 8 weeks.
Yeah, so you would have got here in March, fought in February. So you weren't even gone back home for 2 full months before you had to come back.
You got a girl back home. That's why you don't want to leave?
You got a girl back home. Yeah, now, I got my house out there and everything, so.
Oh, you bought a home out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a house. I got my whole family's out there, so. Yeah, it would be kind of hard to move out here, just like that.
And it is hard to bring them all.
Yeah.
It is expensive out here. Let me tell you, I brought my family. It is not cheap. It is not cheap to be out here.
And I'm sure it's a lot more expensive out here than it is down there, right?
Yeah, it is.
What's the gas like over there?
The gas, it's almost the same, yeah.
Oh,
it's almost the same. A couple cents cheaper over there, but yeah, it's around the same.
All right. So, obviously, since the last time we interviewed you here in studio, the fight took place for Undisputed. Jamel's Undisputed. What did you think? That's your division.
Nah, yeah, I thought Jamal looked good, man. I thought he boxed him real good. He had a solid game plan, a lot better than the first time around. And he impressed me, and I'm sure he impressed a lot of people, man.
What did you like the most?
I like how he was moving around this time. He was moving around. He wasn't really staying with Castaño. There was like 2 rounds where I thought Castaño's pressure was kind of getting to him, but he stayed composed, and you could tell he was hurting him in between his punches, and that's what kind of broke Castaño down.
Now, would you say you're more Castaño than you are Charlo?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think I pressure like Castaño. Castaño has like kind of relentless pressure. I like to pressure, but not like that, and I can box as well, so yeah. And I don't think I box like Charlo either, I wouldn't say I'm more Castaño or Charlo, I think I got my own style.
Okay, you're the mono.
So do you feel that after a fight Saturday night with Luke, do you feel that you're ready for a Jermell Charlo or Brian Castano type of fight, or do you think you're not quite there yet?
21, man. He's too young.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still fighting good guys.
No, I hear you, but if you think about like he has 65 fights, so he's not an Olympian. Shakur didn't fight Valdez till he fought Joet. So I'm just saying, you'll probably fight Austin Trout before you fight a Jermell Charlo. It's a necessary progression, unless you're saying you're ready to jump up there, like a Lomachenko. But I feel like necessary progression, no?
Yeah, of course. It's that, like you said, those type of opponents are necessary. Like in my last fight with Vladimir Hernandez, I thought that was like a necessary fight for a title shot eventually. So just like that, we're gonna keep taking it step by step.
Actually, looking at it, he needs a former world champion before you could throw him in there with Charlie. You kidding me? Yeah.
So who do you think would be a good next fight after Luke?
There's a lot of fighters out there. Like Tony Harrison, fighters like that who
That's a name.
Yeah, who have been there.
Wow, you think you ready? You seen what he did to Garcia?
Yeah, he looked real good, man.
He did look very good.
Yeah, so I mean that'd be a tough fight, but like you said, those are necessary fights.
I wonder how that fight plays out, because I feel like Harrison gets tired always late, man. I was there for that fight in Connecticut with him and Willie Nelson, and it happened then. It happened in the Charlo fights. It seems like late rounds are not his great rounds, and you having some of a pressure style, that would be interesting. Yeah, but he did so well with Garcia.
Yeah, he looked good.
I don't know. Wow. I don't know. I don't even know would he look backwards though. You think he'll give you the shot?
Probably not. Probably especially not right now after that win. He's kind of up there right now.
What about you probably sparred him, but Luis Cubaceres? Now he's not a former world champ either though.
Yeah, I'm looking. Dennis Hogan?
It's not a former world champ, but it's definitely a barometer fight because he's been in there with Charlo and with Munguia.
And Tim Tszyu.
There you go.
Tim Tszyu as well.
I'm looking for a former champ though. Who's at 54 former champ? That would be a
Jesse Vargas, but he just got done being destroyed.
He retired.
Liam, but he's
also isn't Liam at 60 now?
No.
Yeah, he fought Karabanov.
No, he just got done. He just fought Jesse Vargas.
Oh, you're right. I guess Liam, but American name. You want something more American television, or are you good with an international? I mean, Liam has been in the ring with Canelo as well.
Yeah, he's international. He's got fans.
Yeah,
he's got a name.
Does. Smith brothers have pedigree. It's 3 fighters. Man, it's crazy. I'm drawing a blank. All I can think of is Austin Trout, who hasn't even fought at 54 in some time. He's been trying to get to 47.
Same thing. Jesse Vargas.
And Trout is still ranked.
Trout's there.
He's still ranked at 54, at number 4. That's crazy. Have you been around Charles Conwell?
No, I have not. Never.
That's a dangerous fight. But he's not a former world champ either, man. It's crazy. 54 is pretty. Jared Hurd, and he just announced he's coming back.
I thought he's at 60 though.
Is he?
I thought
he's still ranked at 54.
Oh yeah.
And he just announced. He said, "I bought 3 properties, and I'm ready to come back." What do you think about Jared Hurd? That's a interesting matchup. Now that I think about it, he is relentless pressure.
Yeah,
for sure, and he's big.
Yeah, he's real big.
Have you ever seen him in person?
Yeah, I have a couple of times at some fights. Yeah, he's big.
Not close enough to be side by side.
No, not close enough. Yeah, not close enough to like that. But yeah, I've seen him, and that'd be a good fight. Like you said, he's a former world champion, and those are all fights that have to be made down the road. If I ever want to get that title shot.
Julian Williams, this is another good fight. I know people might think, he's not durable, but when he's on, he can box.
Yeah.
So it would be a good style to see, can you get past a boxer like that?
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like given that he already
lost to Hernandez.
Yeah, and he just beat Vladimir Hernandez. You beat him before. Was it before he beat
No, he beat him
J-Rock
after.
or right after?
Yeah, he beat after.
Okay.
After he beat J-Rock is when he got hot. So, do you think they would give you Danny Garcia? I think you're too big for Danny. I think you're too young for Danny. I don't think he would probably want a Harrison.
Yeah.
But would Danny be a good fight for you?
Yeah, man, of course. I think that'd be a great fight. But yeah, like you said, I don't think he would give me that opportunity.
Yeah.
Now I'm coming up. He kind of wants a big name, someone who's a big draw. Make some money. So yeah, I doubt he'd ever give me that.
I don't know. Do you think Danny would test the waters with Jesus Ramos?
Hell no.
I mean, he's not a champ.
Yeah, but Danny,
At least Harrison is a former champ, so you got to be careful. And think about Danny moving up from 47 to 50. I mean, from 40 to 47. He had the Rod Salka fight. He had the Malignaggi fight.
Yeah, but I
the
think
Peterson fight.
I think he was still he still had a lot left in him. I think this is Danny's last hoorah.
Oh, you think it's one and done at 54?
Maybe not one and done, but think about it.
You don't think it's a career at 54?
Fuck no. He's gonna go up there. He's going up there. He's going up there
for a payday.
Yeah, I'm not saying for a payday, but for a big fight. Jesus Ramos is right now a high risk, low reward fight.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if he fights Tony Harrison, a former world champ, who, let's be honest, that's another thing. You're not gonna go talk shit. If we could get a guy who's gonna talk shit, be able to sell the fight, promote it, I don't know. I think they're gonna look for a Tony Harrison type of fight. Somebody.
I don't know
more
the
marketable.
Harrison. I don't think the Harrison is gonna get disrespectful with Danny. I think they know each other pretty well. And I remember interviewing Harrison about that. About Danny wanting to come to 54, and he was welcoming versus, stay down there, you too small, and showing aggression. I think everybody understands Danny represents a payday. So, they'll probably be respectful. But you're right. Harrison is the person to sell it, But, so you've been in Salas's gym. Have you gotten rounds with Slandri Lara?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
wow.
rounds with Lara.
How long ago?
From my last fight with Vladimir Hernandez. He helped me a lot, and Gomez as well. Gomez.
Would you make
what'd you think of Gomez seeing him live yesterday?
Nah, he looked good, man. He looked real good, yeah.
I didn't think so. I'm
you
sorry.
think he looked good?
Come on. He didn't have a jab. He wasn't jabbing. I know your father had to. Did you watch it with your father?
Yeah.
Tell me he wasn't saying he's not using a jab.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was missing a couple things, but Kota had a lot of experience. It was definitely a step up for him, He only has 5 fights.
Bro, Kota was there to survive. He was surviving. I cannot believe Yoel, first of all, because you automatically assume all Cuban fighters have this deep amateur pedigree. So it's why is this guy not using a jab? Everything was this load up, big overhand right. I'm just why? And then if it wasn't that, what was it? It was uppercut. No, maybe right hook, uppercut. No, right hook, uppercut. Yeah. It was just the same combination all night. Where's your dad? I gotta ask your dad when we get out of here. It was crazy. No jab at all. I didn't understand it. You thought you could beat him after you seen that. Keep it real.
Nah, he's a tough fighter, and he's
because you've been in there.
Friend.
You don't want to
he's
say
a good
that.
friend. Yeah, he's a good friend. I think it'll be a good fight down the road as well.
I don't know, man. How's he gonna get to you if you keep a jab on him? How's he gonna cut the distance? He wasn't. He's got to show me more. I mean, I get it. It's only his 6th fight. I do get it. I'm not being extra critical. They presented him to us as he was almost there. I thought he was almost there. He still needs to develop. He still needs a little bit more development. And that was Kota too. If you think about Erickson Lubin, did you remember Lubin fighting?
Yeah.
Totally different fight.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying Kota's not tough because he beat my dear friend. He beat the shit out of my dear friend Thomas Lamana.
Oh yeah.
That was a tough fight for Lamana. But I expected more from Gomez. I don't know. I guess you didn't.
Tough fight. No, I mean, yeah, of course, but I gotta give credit to Kota. He had a lot of fights. Gomez didn't. So I mean, I think it was a step up, not in competition, but I feel like an experience.
Would you consider Kota a step up or backwards for you?
I think at this point, I mean, yeah, kind of would be backwards. Considering Vladimir had beat Julian Williams, and he was coming off a hot streak, like we said, and Cota hasn't really been on a hot streak lately, and he's just been losing.
I just found a good fight. Brandon Adams. You like that fight?
That'd be a good fight.
I think that's a good fight. He's fought Jamal Charlo. He's got a good style too. He's
awkward.
He's pretty tricky. He's
awkward. I remember being there when he fought Charlo in Houston, and it was like because he's short and the way he moves, it was really hard for Charlo to land on him. So yeah, I like that. I think that'd be a good fight.
And he just got that upset over the number 7 in the WBC. His last fight, I don't want to butcher this guy's name.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, look him up on the WBC number 7. So that's a decent fight. He's got a very good style. He's been in the ring with Willie Monroe Jr. and what's my man name? John Thompson from North. Because I don't think you've been in with an African American yet, right?
I was in there with Ricky Edwards. Early in my career,
no one who can be considered the slick black fighter.
Yeah.
This would be an introduction into that. I don't know that everyone in the boxing world would consider Adams a slick black fighter, but I think he's slick enough, no?
Yeah,
I think he fits the bill.
And he beat Shane Mosley Jr., who just had a very impressive win over Gabe Rosado.
Yep. But remember, Mosley moved up for that.
Yeah, but that was part of the
when Adams and Mosley fought was part of the Contender series.
That's correct.
Did you watch the Contender?
Nah, I did.
Oh,
I did it. Yeah.
Do you know Carlos Hernandez? Is it Carlos Madman Hernandez? No, 54-pounder.
No, I don't.
Oh, I think it's Marcos actually.
Oh, Marcos Hernandez, the guy that fought Duro?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Okay. That's another. He's not a former world champ, but that's a decent fight too. What do you think? That's a step backwards for you?
It's a decent fight.
I think it's a decent fight.
Good friend.
Oh, he's a good friend?
Yeah, he fought him on the card with Mendoza, and he was a good, cool guy. And he beat a prospect that night, and then he came and lost to Duro, and I think he just lost on the Charlo undercard.
Yeah, he did just lose.
Yeah.
To Brandon Lynch, Eddie Murphy's nephew.
Really?
Yeah.
My boy, I think Keem the Dream sparred Brandon Lynch.
Really? Yeah. I was there for that, but I think I arrived like after it happened. But yeah, it was Brandon Lynch. So let the fans know what to expect Saturday night, man. Like I said, it's pay-per-view. Your first fight in Brooklyn. Tank undercard. It's gonna be electric. What can the fans expect to see Saturday night?
Yeah, this is gonna be a good card and electric as well. Like you said, all the Tank fans are gonna be there. It's gonna be crazy at the Barclays Center. And in terms of my fight, I think it's gonna be a good fight. It's got a good story behind it. He beat my uncle, and now I'm trying to avenge that loss. So it's got a good story behind it, and there's a lot on the line for this fight.
Do you look at it that way, though? Like, do you look at it like, I'm going to go in there and beat Luke because he beat my uncle? Like,
no, not really.
I just want to be real. Like, because I was like, does he even, I'm sure you don't really, I'm not saying you don't care, but it's like, it's like you're gonna look at it the same way regardless of who's in front of you. I feel like, you know what I'm saying,
and especially like I said, because it's not like he beat my uncle. It's not like he went out there and stopped him or even hurt him. So it's not like I have that kind of anger towards him.
Right.
It's just like,
it's not like you're gonna have him on the ropes. This is for my uncle. Nah, I'm excited to see the fight though.
You know why I'm excited? Because I'm invested. Now I've interviewed you, multiple times, but twice in person. But I know Luke and I know Javier. Javier's probably listening to this show right now, Caputillo.
Yeah.
He's probably listening right now. He usually super chats and everything. So, it's tough. And every time they've gotten a fight, he'll let me know, like, look, we're fighting. So it's like, damn, when they text me, they fighting you? I'm going to look up my messages because I said, why? I swear, I'm like, why? Why would you fight this kid? It's not. I hate that he has to move up. Let me see what. So, I don't know.
Do you think right now for you it's like right now you're hearing us say that when they told him that they got the fight that he's like, why do you think?
Look, I said, damn, coach, 154. He says, yes, trust me, Luke can fight. I ain't gonna tell you the rest because you my boy Javier, but they're not afraid, which is crazy because Luke is small. I think Luke is small. He sat right here after he won that belt. He's small, no? You don't remember him?
Yeah, I remember. I mean, I know Luke. I do think, but it's like that's what I was asking him. Like right now, if you're like, I feel like you're in a tough position because it's like you have to take fights, and it's like a lot of these guys may not want to fight you because, like I said, you're a high risk, lower reward fight. Do you feel like it's hard to get like maybe bigger names to step in there with you, or do you think that everything's happening at the right, at the right? The right way.
Yeah, right now, yeah, everything's happening at the right way. Everything's kind of been, like you said, happening like after my fight with Brian Mendoza, we're kind of like, all right, who's next? And then Vladimir beats Julian Williams, and then they offered me that fight. So everything's kind of been lining up, and this fight, he beat my uncle that night, so then it kind of lined up for me. And I mean, it wasn't the first name that was thrown at me. We were gonna have another fight. And then, we got the call and they asked if we want to fight Luke Santamaria. So it wasn't like we called him out or we wanted him. It was actually...
Wait. So you were lined up for another fight?
For the same day, yeah, with another fighter. Yeah, and then they called.
And then they say, hey, okay, so did that fighter fall out or did they say, hey, would you rather?
It was kind of like, yeah, would you rather? I guess Santamaria wants to move up to 154. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, it was like...
Is Santamaria a bigger name than the first name?
Yeah, I feel like especially with the background, everything that's going on,
and the win,
the win,
over your uncle. Okay, well,
we do have a post, but I'm waiting for Brandon to send it to me.
Oh, he hasn't sent it?
Not yet.
Okay,
but since you've been out here while we're waiting for those questions from the people, who did you get some work if you feel like you can? Oh, you did say that already with the Ukrainians. We just don't know their names, and it's funny because. From Top Rank, Frank texted you, but we still don't know.
Yeah, no.
You should text Frank to actually get their name.
No, but he never tells me their names.
He just says the same thing you said.
Hold on, look, I'm gonna go to our messages. I'll text Frank. I'm like, Frank, who's in the gym? And then he'll be like,
the Ukrainians.
Yeah, sir. Hold on, let's see what he says. He says, hold on, where is it at? The Kaz team, the Kazakhstani team.
Yeah, they had long names, man. But I know one of, I know that. I mean, for sure it was like Beck, Han, and I can't remember the other one. But yeah, I mean, they I know they had longer names, so I didn't want to mess up their names.
No,
of
course, of course.
I butcher them all the time. Let me look for this myself here. Okay, right here, Jesus Ramos. So, looks like the first one is coming from Ruin of 504, New Orleans. He says, what makes you a better fighter than Luke Santamaria?
I feel like I have a stronger jab. I can box. I think I can box really, really well. I have a good movement. I just haven't had to showcase it. My last fight, I kind of had to be tough in there and not let Vladimir back me up. So that's why I didn't show a lot of, movement or ring generalship. But I feel like I have that, and I can show it May 28th.
I got Coach Myers in Connecticut. It says, good morning, champ. How was it being in camp with Bud and sparring him? And are you still planning to build a gym in Flagstaff, Arizona? And how's the trucking business going? Okay, so that's 4. Okay, champ. He says, how was it being in camp with Bud and sparring him? That's part 1.
That was a crazy experience. That was a crazy experience being in there with Bud. Like I said, it was 4-minute sparring sessions, and the whole 4 minutes we were thinking in there. Just whoever made a mistake, where he was getting countered. And it was like we weren't throwing a lot of punches. It's not like we were in a war, but it was like so exhausting, like just thinking the whole time. So that was something I took from that. Like you make someone think, you can get them tired, and that was the thing.
How do you make someone think?
I mean, he was on me, he was feigning. You had to think. If I was gonna throw my jab, I had to think what was coming back at me. because he was always ready. He was always ready to throw back. He was always ready to counter.
Was he sparring you in the southpaw position?
Southpaw position, yeah.
And you're southpaw,
and
right?
I'm southpaw, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was great work. I learned a lot, and it was like 3 or 4 camps we did, and I got sparring, a couple sparring sessions in there with him.
Nice. The other part to that was, do you still plan on building a gym in Flagstaff?
Those were the original plans. Yeah, we wanted because at that time we were going to Colorado Springs, and for the altitude and all of that. But and then we wanted to do it in Flagstaff, closer to home, so, and in Arizona still. I think it's still part of the plan, but maybe down the line. There's not a lot of fighters out there, and we kind of need to be the man so that everybody wants to train with us. Kind of like Crawford, he's the man, and we wanted to go out there with him.
Yep.
So those are plans for down the line.
Absolutely.
That's a good way to look at it too.
Yeah.
Really
yeah. Once
way.
you're a name, you can make your gym, and you're gonna bring people.
Yeah, because like Colorado Springs was always a thing because of the Olympic Center, but it was like, I feel like Bud was as of late, the main one that's been training there. And now it's like everybody's been wanting to go up there, even up to Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
People going out there to get some work in. So definitely.
I got the best dad ever from Baltimore says, after you get the win Saturday, are you going to stay and watch the biggest beatdown of the year? Who wins, Tank versus Rolly?
Yeah, man. Of course, after the fight, we definitely stay and watch the whole card. And I feel like that in that main event is kind of interesting because they hate each other, man. I saw All Access Saturday night, and they hate each other. So, I think Rolly has to get kind of physical with them. He looks bigger, so he kind of has to impose his will. But if not, I don't see him beating Tank if he doesn't get rough with him, if he doesn't try to rough him up or land that big shot. Because he's kind of unorthodox. So you can't prepare for a fighter like that. But like I said, if he doesn't get rough in there and kind of like wild, I don't see him, beating Tank.
Have you had any interactions with Rolly?
I saw him the first day we were gonna work with Coach Wade. He had just got done with his session, and then I was coming in. But yeah, that was it.
Did he know who you were or no?
Yeah. Okay. I had seen Rolly before, and I said what's up to him, and that was it. Yeah.
Okay.
We got Brandon in Houston. It says, do you think they will put you in there with Joey Spencer, or do you think PBC is protecting him?
Hell no, he's levels above Joey. Come on. Come on.
Well, that's what he's saying. Do you think they're protecting him?
I'll let you answer that.
I'm not sure what the deal is with Joey Spencer, but yeah, he's kind of been in that prospect for a long time now, in that prospect area, where he hasn't fought anybody good. So yeah, I don't know what the deal with him is, but if I ever get to fight him, that'd be be a good fight, but maybe down the road, because like you said, right now we're at kind of different stages of our career.
Absolutely. I have Miguel that says, what's your thoughts on Canelo losing to Bivol?
That fight week for Canelo, everybody was asking me who I got, and I obviously had Canelo because of who Canelo is and what he's done, but the whole time I was telling people that Bivol was being counted out, too fast, too easy, because he was big, he can box. And the only thing that I was worried about was if he entered the ring, scared. Most of these Canelo opponents go in the ring scared already, so that was the only thing. But if he went out there, stuck to his game plan and do what he did, he was gonna win. That's what he did.
What would you like to see him do next, Canelo?
I think he should stay at 168. I feel like 175 and the rematch is just too much. I feel like just the rematch itself, he shouldn't even take it.
At all, ever, or not next?
Not next. Yeah, not next.
So it just came out with Salvador, what is it, Rodriguez or Sanchez? Salvador Sanchez.
Oh, no, Rodriguez.
From ESPN.
I had to realize what you were talking about.
He just broke the news that Canelo said he's going to fight Triple G in September, and then he'll rematch Bivol in May.
Oh, man. I even, after that fight with Triple G, I still think it still would be too soon. Because, they got different styles, so it's not like the Triple G fight would kind of help him prepare for that fight,
Triple G has a very good jab, which is something that Bivol displayed in the fight.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like Triple G right now is just too old, man.
That's true.
I saw his last fight, and you can kind of tell the age was getting to him.
That's true. That's 100% true. Triple G's not the same Triple G of even the second Canelo fight. I think after the second fight, he hasn't been the same since. Hasn't been the same since.
I mean, he looked good in the Murata fight.
I don't think he looked good. I think, he definitely won the fight, but I don't think he looked good. He looked slower. Even in his, what was the guy he fought the last fight, the mandatory?
Sedimenta.
Bro, even that, he looked so slow and old. It's like, he had like no energy. No energy.
Jesus, so who's this?
It's my little brother, man. That's the one I told you guys about.
You fight too?
Yeah.
Man, you look big though. He doesn't look little. What's your weight?
I fight at 154.
Oh, wow.
How old are you?
15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You guys have the same mother and father?
Yeah.
No, because he's huge.
He's big. He's gonna be real big, man. He's almost as tall as me now.
Yeah, I don't think he stays at 54.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna fight at 60, 68.
Wow.
Pros.
And you plan on turning pro?
Yeah. Hopefully like 17 to 18, depending.
17 or 18 years old?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending
So
on
no Olympics in you're not interested.
I don't know. I never really thought of the Olympics like that.
No, I hear you.
And then I think you were saying last time you were here that you guys obviously don't really have like the Olympic style. It's more of a pro style anyway, right?
Yeah, it's more of a pro style. He every time he fights, he's always getting compliments about that. He's going to the body, moving his head, using his jab. That's something that in the amateurs you don't really get the time for. You're just throwing, making points.
That's good. So what's your amateur record?
I only have like 12 fights now.
Okay.
And,
so you started late?
Yes, I started pretty late. I've always been boxing, always been sparring. Last year in August.
Oh, so what was it? Your brother influenced you?
Yeah, my brother, my uncle. But like I said, I've always been boxing. I was just always kind of like lazy. And then this last year, I just started working hard, and then I got my first fight.
What changed?
I think watching Mono and them, like seeing what they're accomplishing, it kind of like inspired me. Like I wanted to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, kind of.
So was it watching them in the gym or watching them finally get on television?
I think both. Like watching all their hard work that they did in the gym finally starting to pay off, and it kind of motivated.
That's what's up. Man. You're huge. You're huge. So it's gonna be interesting to follow that career, man.
So you said it was just last year that you finally took it serious?
Wait, what was that? Sorry.
You said last year's when you started to kind of take it serious?
Yeah.
So when did you have your first fight?
I think it was August last year. Oh well, I fought a long time ago when I was a little kid, but like I didn't really
chubby. He was just chubby.
Yeah.
He was a chubby little kid, man, for a while, And last year he started getting more motivated, started losing weight, and he's slim right now. But he was chubby, face was chubby, everything was chubby, and now he's lost the weight.
So you got the Larry Wade shirt. You training with Coach too?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so they really believe in you. That's what's up, man.
That's a great opportunity, obviously, because of your brother training with Coach Wade and working with Coach Wade. How much have you been able to learn? Because, that's something that most amateurs, aren't able to experience is strength and conditioning coach at the top level.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning of their career.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, who were we just talking about that just added it? Oh, Devin Haney just added strength and conditioning, 3 fights ago?
No, he's been, no, I don't think.
Like nutritionist and all that? We were just talking about how he's making weight better now.
The nutritionist
Okay,
part, nutritionist.
But it's pretty crazy. Like at 15, like you said, a lot of people don't get this opportunity. So I'm trying to take advantage of it, trying to absorb as much as I can.
So have you been in camp out here with your brother the whole time?
Yeah. Just like a month now. This is like a month.
Is it intimidating?
What do you mean? Like being out here?
I mean, you're as big as your brother, so you got to spar the people that he spars. Or him, I'm assuming.
Nah.
Nah, he's at a different level. I wouldn't spar him.
Oh, so you don't work with him at all?
when just playing. But yeah, not yet. We haven't worked like that yet. But yeah, and that's why we brought him on training camp, so he can decide what that he really wants this. we had him on a diet, eating what we were eating, and like you said, training with Larry Wade, and then everything we do, he was doing with us, and now now he can assess if he wants to keep moving forward.
That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, listen, when you have an in like this, you should take advantage.
Yeah.
You don't really need that declarated amateur background because, your father already has the in with PBC. I mean, all the Ramoses are fighting on PBC. Like, what do you need to... I mean, don't get me wrong. If you had a extensive amateur background, it could always help. But if you already got the in into the business, you just put in the hard work and do what you got to do. Yeah. But let me see. I think I may have... one, or that could be the last one. Do you have any social media? Because I don't think that they had it up on... Oh, you put it on screen? Perfect.
But still, some people aren't watching and only listening. So
yeah, it is an audio podcast as well.
So give out your Instagram so people can follow you and keep up with your amateur and pro career.
It's Jonathan Ramos 07_.
All right. And Jesus, that is our last question. So you can give out your social media as well, and we'll take a quick intermission, take this picture, and thank you again for stopping in.
Nah, yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me. And Jesus Ramos Jr. _ on Instagram, Jesus Mono Ramos on YouTube channel, and Jesus Ramos Jr. on Twitter.
So do you have a schedule for your YouTube channel? Or
Nah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just when I can, I'll put a training vlog up there. But
is the link in your bio on Instagram or no?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be.
All right.
All right.
Well, Jesus Ramos Saturday night against Luke Santamaria, Showtime pay-per-view, live from the Barclays Center. I'm excited. I'll be there. Can't wait.
Sir.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Yo, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.